Hi folks, Sahil Singh this side, and in this video I'm going to explain the Power BI project which I have created as a part of Code Basics Bootcamp. And this project is based on the dataset of a hypothetical company named AtliQ Hardware. And front of us is the problem statement AtliQ is facing. So basically, AtliQ Hardware is a growing company which make computer hardware and peripherals like Dell. And during their expansion attempt in Latin America, they face a huge financial loss. In the next strategic meeting, the top point is to onboard a data analytics team to make data-driven decisions like their biggest competitor, which is them. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain the working of the dashboard. So let's get started. So this is the intro page of the dashboard. And if you remember our problem statement, so that is a very broad problem. And to tackle that, we need to analyze business as whole includes all the departments. That is why we create a dashboard for each department, hence the project name is Business Insight 360. In the upper left corner, you can see AtliQ's logo, and in the right, you can see info page button. When you can click on this, you can see the information of the project, where you can see when the data gets refreshed and so on. And you can click on the X icon to close it. In the bottom, you can see a icon for support page, where if you click on this icon, you will see the support page where you can provide feedback and add new requests and so on. And you can click on the cross icon to close it. And all the values in this project are in million and the currency is USD, and this is the date when the project gets refreshed. In the middle, you can see the icons for each view, and if you hover your mouse over the icon, you can see the summary of that particular view. Like currently, it is showing the summary of the finance view. So let's get started with the finance view. So this is the finance view page, and in the top you can see a panel for page navigation. And currently we are on finance view, that is why this is on and others are off. And to get to the home page, you can click on the AtliQ logo, and it will get you to the home page. Now, in the left you can see a filter panel where the first filter is a comparison scenario where you can compare your data for last year and for target. And below that we have filters for each quarter, and below that we have filters for each fiscal year, and currently it is showing the data for 2022 fiscal year. And below that you can filter your data for year to date and year to go. And below that you can filter your data for different segments and for different category. Like if I want to see accessories data, I can click on this box and it will show me only the accessories data. And again, I can click on this box, clear the filter, or I can close it and click on this eraser icon, clear the filter. Now below that you can filter your data for a specific customer. Like if I want to see only the values of Amazon, I can click on this box and it will only show me the Amazon's value. Again, you can click on this box to clear your filter. And below that you can filter your data for specific region and for specific market. And below that I have given the full form of the aliases used in this report, like BM is for benchmark and LY for last year and so on. The main KPIs used are net sales, gross margin percentage, and net profit. And below the KPI, you can see their last year value and their percentage growth. Like net sales have seen the percentage growth of approximately 350%, and net sales also increased by 1.59%, and our net profit percentage is decreased drastically. And the reason behind that, AtliQ is expanding so much on their operational expenses. That is why they are cutting their profits. And below the KPIs, you can see the month-over-month trend of the net sales as default with your benchmark values. And currently our benchmark is last year. You can click on the target to filter your whole report for the target value. And for the target, we only have data for 2022. That is why if you click on 2021 or any other fiscal year, it will show you that for the selected benchmark, the data is not available. Now get back to 22, and you can see the net sales is lagging behind in target by this much percentage, and our gross margin also lagging behind by this much percentage. But our net profit is good. Let's come back to the last year. Now currently it is showing the net sales value, but if you want to see the gross margin month over month trend or the net profit month over month trend, you can come to the P&L statement and you can select the measure which you want to see. And if I select net profit percentage, see it is showing me the month over month trend of net profit percentage. And if I click on gross margin, again it will show me the month over month trend of the gross margin. Now below this chart you can see top and bottom customers and products by net sales. Again, you can select your measure and see which measure you want to see top and bottom, customer and product. Like if I want to see the gross margin percentage, it will show me the gross margin values of each customer and each product. In the left, you can see whole P&L statement. There, currently it is showing me the value of 2022 as I selected this filter, and the benchmark is last year, so it is showing me the last year value of that, and uh, this is the change in the last year and the current value of the measures, and this is the percentage. So from this dashboard, a finance person can make data-driven decisions. And let's get to the sales view. So this is our sales view page where everything is same, like our page navigation is same and the filter panel is same. The first chart is a beautiful scatter plot where on the x-axis we have net sales and on the y-axis we have gross margin percentage. And the bubbles it is showing is the region, and if you drill down deeper, it will show you the customers. Now, to give you an overview, if I divide this chart into 4 segments, so this segment is most profitable, as here the net sales is also high and the gross margin is also high. Now below this scatter plot, you can see there are 2 donut charts, and middle of that there is a bar chart. Now the outer donut chart gives you the value of net sales and pre and post invoice deduction, as a salesperson is responsible for these deductions only. By looking this donut chart, you can see AtliQ is spending on their pre and post invoice deduction as much they earn from the net sales, and out of the net sales they are expending approximately 70% on their total costs, and only 30% is their gross margin. And in the right hand side, you can see a grid of net sales, gross margin, and gross margin percentage. And above that grid, there are 3 interactive buttons which are customer, product, and market. And if you click any of these buttons, the grid below will change accordingly, and it will show you the value for the click button. Like if I click on customer, see the grid change, and it is showing me the value for each customer. And if I hover my mouse over any of these customers, it will show me a tooltip where there is month-over-month trend of net sales and gross margin. And above that, there are 2 KPIs which are showing me the value of net sales and gross margin percentage of current year and last year, and their percentage increase or decrease. And if I click on product, see the grid again change, and it is showing me the value for each product segment, each product category, and for each specific product. And if I click on market, it is showing me the value for each region and for each market. So by using this dashboard, a salesperson can make data-driven decisions. And let's go to the next dashboard, which is marketing dashboard, by clicking on this button. So this is our marketing dashboard, where first you can see a grid of net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit, and net profit percentage. This is a similar type of grid which we have seen in the sales dashboard, but here I have included net profit because a marketing team is responsible for the operational expense which are deducted from gross margin, and we get net profit. That is why I have included the net profit here. And above the grid, you can see there are similar type of button which we have seen in the sales dashboard. Like if I click on the customer button, it will show me the value for each customer, and if I click on segment, it will show me the value for each product segment, and if I click on this plus icon, it will drill down and show me the value for each category and for each specific product. And I can click on this minus button to drill up, and if I click on the region, it will show me the value for each specific region, and if I click on this button, it will show me the value for each market. Now on the right hand side, I have a similar type of scatter plot which we have seen in the sales dashboard, where on the x-axis we have net sales and on the y-axis we have gross margin percentage, and these bubbles are the division which are NNS, P and A and PC, where in the division there are product segments which these bubbles are showing. And of course, the ideal situation is when all their product segments are on the upper right corner. Now, as this is a marketing view, a marketing person also want to see similar type of scatter plot but with net sales and with net profit percentage. So for that, I have created this button which says show net profit percentage, and if I click on this, this will change the scatter plot and it will show you the scatter plot of net sales and net profit percentage. Now below this scatter plot, I have one donut chart and one waterfall chart. Now this donut chart is representing total cost and gross margin percentage, and after that it is the breakdown of gross margin, like this much is the gross margin and our marketing team spending this much on the marketing, due to which we are ending up losing our profit this much. So by using this dashboard, a marketing person can clearly see how much they're spending on their operational expense and they can make data-driven decisions. So this is our marketing dashboard. Now let's see our supply chain dashboard by clicking on this button. So this is our supply chain dashboard where the main KPIs are forecast accuracy, net error, and absolute error. Now forecast accuracy is approximately 80%, which shows our supply chain team is doing so much well. Now here you can see I have highlighted this percentage decrease in green, and here percentage decrease is also in green. But let me tell you, our net error is either positive or either negative. It is not good for the company. We want our net error or absolute error to be zero, but that is our ideal situation which not any company can achieve, because if the value is positive it is associated with the risk, and it is if it is negative it is again associated with the risk, which I have shown here. See here, our net error percentage is negative, that means we are out of stock. And if you go down, see our net error percentage is positive and still we have risk. So in the right hand side you can see a big chart where it is showing you the month over month trend of net error, forecast accuracy, and forecast accuracy last year. Now, for the net error and for the forecast accuracy of current year, it is showing you only the value till 2021 December, because we only have data till 2021 December. Now, if I click on 2021, see it is showing me the value for the whole year. Now, here I can see there is a dip in the forecast accuracy in the month of March of last year. So let's see what happened in the last year by clicking on 2022. See, there is a dip of forecast accuracy and our net error is increased so much. And the reason behind that, we all know, in 2022 March, COVID hit, and due to which the accuracy of the forecast is affected so much and our net error is increased so much. So by using this dashboard, a supply chain person can make data-driven decisions, and they can see in which part they are lagging behind and in which part they are doing so much well. Now let's see our executive view, which is the last dashboard of this project. Executive. So this is our executive view where executive person can see, or a C-level person can see their net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit, and forecast accuracy. And they can see the revenue contribution of each channel and each product division. By clicking on this icon, they can toggle between channel and division. And they can see what are their top customer by revenue. They can see what are their top product by revenue. And they can also see which sub-region is performing well and which sub-region is lagging behind. And here in this sub-region grid, you can see in gross margin column, you can see a down arrow where it is showing that NA is not achieving its target as I have selected the benchmark as target. So NA is not achieving their target. Only India is achieving their target for the gross margin percentage. And if I click on the last year, so it is showing that in ROA region, the gross margin percentage of last year is higher than the current year. That is why this arrow is down. Now let me click on target again. And in this sub-region grid, you can also see the AtliQ market share percentage of different sub-region. Like AtliQ have most market share percentage in SC. Then on the second number, it is India, and they can see what is the net sales of that sub-region. They can see net profit of that sub-region. They can see net error and the associate risk with the net error of the particular region. Now, by using this dashboard, a C-level person can make decisions, and they can see how AtliQ is performing globally and how AtliQ is doing internally. And they can also see which department is doing so much well and which department is lagging behind. So, if you stick in this video till now, please let me know in the comments which part you like the most and in which part I need to improve, and I will uh, read your comments and make those improvement in the next dashboard which I will create. Thank you so much.